Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're taking a look at the history of Nirvana.
I would like to think that there's some purity in us, yeah. Naive. Purposely naive.
Alternative rock band Nirvana formed in Aberdeen, Washington in 1987. The original lineup consisted of Kurt Cobain on vocals and guitar, along with Chris Novoselic on bass. In the early days, the pair went through a number of different drummers, but initially weren't able to find the right fit. In 1988, the Seattle independent record label Sub Pop released Nirvana's first single, Love Buzz. Their debut album, Bleach, would follow the next year. Though the critically acclaimed record did not sell well at first, it did get much exposure on college radio. Following the release of the Blue EP and several tour dates that included shows with Sonic Youth, Nirvana started recording their sophomore album. In the midst of the sessions, they found drummer Dave Grohl, and in 1990 signed with major label David Geffen Company, otherwise known as DGC Records. Their second studio effort, 1991's Nevermind, was an unexpected success. This was due to the ever-increasing popularity of the hit single Smells Like Teen Spirit and its accompanying music video. The favorably reviewed Nevermind would eventually be credited with bringing grunge and alternative rock to the mainstream.
Come down to mud, served in bleach.
By 1992, Nirvana's members were growing increasingly uncomfortable with their success. Rumors began to spread that Kurt Cobain, along with his wife Courtney Love, were heavy heroin users, and this was affecting his health. Since progress on a follow-up album was slow, the outtake compilation Incesticide was released instead. The trio did not support Nevermind with a full tour, though they did make several memorable performances. For instance, Nirvana headlined England's Reading Festival with a gig that was deemed one of the best of their career. They also opened the MTV Video Music Awards with a performance that ended in the destruction of their instruments, which was something for which the band was becoming famous. They also trashed the stage after playing territorial pissings on the television show Saturday Night Live. Their third album, In Utero, came out in 1993. Despite the fact that it contrasted sharply from the polished Nevermind, the record was highly praised and debuted on the Billboard 200's top spot. One of Cobain's last televised performances was captured on the TV program MTV Unplugged. Nirvana played an acoustic set of songs that would later be released as MTV Unplugged in New York. The Grammy Award-winning album would be Nirvana's first release after the death of Cobain and would once again be a #1 record for the group.
Underneath the bridge, top is sprung a leak, and the animals that trap all become my pets.
The early months of 1994 were fraught with mounting psychological problems for Cobain and several suicide attempts that caused the cancellation of numerous tour dates. Following an escape from rehab, the singer was found dead on April 8, 1994, of a shotgun blast. The death was ruled a suicide, though conspiracy theorists maintain otherwise. A few weeks after MTV Unplugged in New York's release, the video album Live Tonight Sold Out came out. 2 years later, the live album From the Muddy Banks of the Wishkah debuted once again at #1 on the Billboard charts. In 2002, the compilation Nirvana was released after a legal dispute between Chris Novoselic, Dave Grohl, and Courtney Love was finally settled. The album entered at #3 on the Billboard album chart. It included the song You Know You're Right, which had never been available beforehand. Since then, other posthumous releases have seen the light of day, such as the 2004 box set With the Lights Out, the 2005 compilation Sliver, The Best of the Box, and the 2010 Greatest Hits collection, Icon. The band's two surviving members continued on with musical endeavors outside of Nirvana after Cobain's death. Novoselic played in bands such as Sweet 75 and Adrift. And while Grohl has been involved in several music projects, he is most well known for being the creative force behind the Grammy-winning band Foo Fighters. By incorporating vast influences in their music, Nirvana helped to expose their fans to artists they may never have listened to. In turn, Nirvana's original and emotional sound, along with their intense live shows, gave a voice to a generation that wanted to be heard and subsequently changed the face of rock music.
I think the future looks good for good bands with integrity to be exposed, to at least have the opportunity to be exposed.
All right, everybody, let's hear it for these three nice, decent, clean-cut young men. I really can't say enough nice things about them. They're going to be really big stars.